Hey y'all, what's going on? This is 101.1 The Fam, fashion, art, and music. And my name is Jewel Princess Johnson. I'm the dopest host on the East Coast, and this is Talk of the Streets Entertainment. What y'all got going on tonight, y'all? So right now in the studio, let me look over here at the engineer and make sure he really rolling, y'all, because he last the time. Kush, what you got going on? You got me out here for real? Mm-hmm. Okay, he said we here, so let's go. So tonight, Zavi D is late. She'll be in later on at the 8 o'clock hour. So I'm gonna hold you guys down.
Me and
and I think what you say, graphics say he gonna hold me down too. Kush said he'll jump on the mic tonight. So we're gonna see if that was a lie. See how I say stuff on radio? But we're gonna see if that's a lie. We got some good stuff going on tonight. So y'all stay tuned. In a few, we're gonna go to a mix by D. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna go to a mix by DJ Eon, and we'll be right back. Again, this is 101.1 The Fam, fashion, art, and music, and I'm the dopest host on the East Coast, Jewel Princess Johnson, and I'm gonna do all the most tonight. All right, we'll be right back. This is 101.1 The Fam, fashion, art, and music. My name is Jewel Princess Johnson. I'm the dopest host on the East Coast, and I'm gonna do all the most tonight. And this is Talk of the Streets Entertainment. Zavi D, my co-host, will be here later on at the 8 o'clock hour of the show. But tonight, I'm going to hold y'all down. And I think Kush said he's going to step up in here and hold me down. Every time I say that, y'all, he frown his face up in the background. Okay, he grabbing the mic because I'm going to make him Kush. Hey, Kush, microphone check.
I don't need no check.
Oh, he don't need no check. He got on the mic with the baritone. Kush, how was your weekend?
It was cool. Can't complain.
That's it. What you got going on?
Nothing.
Don't put him on the camera, graphic. You already know how he do. He done turned his whole back to make sure y'all couldn't get his face.
That's right. No
You're part of the show,
face.
Man.
See?
No face, no case.
Did you have anything good going on? Anything juicy we should know about?
Just chilling with my kids, man. That's it.
That's always a good weekend.
That's all I do, man. I try to stay low key, stay out the way.
That's an attractive weekend. A man staying at home with his damn kids. I'm here for that, Kush. Well, my weekend was very interesting. I had a long weekend. So Friday night I was, where was I? It's starting to run together, y'all. I'm so booked and busy, I don't remember where I am. So I don't remember what I did on Friday night, but for sure, I don't. But for sure, on Saturday night, I was at the three-way concert. And that was like off the chain. Okay,
explain to me who a three-way is.
So Three-Way was just here. They were actually here 2 weeks ago. Trey Walker is the CEO of Three-Way. And they threw their own concert. And they had guests in there. Trouble Man. I think Trouble Man stopped by the dinner plate. You had Blavo was in the building. Blavo, one of my favorite artists. Bergotti was there. It was a big deal. Big No stopped through. Everybody, baby daddy favorite big. I can't never get it right.
Shout out to Big No.
Big No said he everybody baby mama favorite baby dad.
It's a Taurus. It's a Taurus thing.
I love Big No. So shout out to Big No. It was a great event. And then Sunday, I was at the Sisters Who Slay vision board binder party. Where we did some binders, I did some spoken word, and then after that I pulled up at the Cornerstone and did karaoke with Chia Will and them over there. So shout out to Chia Will and them for having me. And you know, actually while I was there, I ran into shout out to Elliot Ness from the band. He was there, and then I ran into some little Boosie artists. So
he was there eating cheesecake or something.
He won't eat cheesecake, okay. But he was definitely there. I should have asked him what Baps was. What happened to Baps, man?
Baps do Queen of the Ring. Baps runs a
you would know where Baps is.
Yeah, of course. I follow all the rappers.
Yeah, what happened to Baps?
Baps runs a battle rap league, which is called Queen of the Ring. And it's very successful. They've been popular for, I think, the last 5 to 7 years. But,
you know, I always wonder why Baps didn't go off and do her own thing and then pop. Because Baps reminds me a lot of Remy. Like, to me, I will put them in the same caliber. So it kind of shocked me that she didn't kind of pop when she tried to do her own thing. Yeah. Shout out to Baps.
But she really is doing her thing with that battle rap.
Well then, shout out to Baps and the battle rap. If you need anybody to host any of them events, Baps, call me up and let me know what's up. Did you watch the interview with Soulja Boy?
I watched the interview, but I mess with Soulja Boy.
I actually like Soulja Boy myself. So I watched some of the interview, not all of it. It was like 45 minutes, and I don't have enough time to be sitting still for that long. But I do think that Soulja said some very important things that we need to put a pin in and come back to. Like the fact that he was very influential in the way hip-hop, the direction of hip-hop today. I think he did have a lot to do with the cadences that Drake be singing and stuff like that. He did have a lot to do with social media and the impact of social media on music and vice versa. And I think that Soulja doesn't get the credit that he deserves. Yeah. I think Soulja don't get the credit he deserves. He looking a little zombie-ish though. Definitely looking a little zombie-ish. So Soulja, whatever you got going on, slow down, baby, or eat some burgers while you're doing it. But I'm down with Soulja. So yeah, anyway about that. So let's move on to street talk while we here. So today there's a few things going on in the world. I got this story from TV One about a black anchor that was fired from wearing her natural hair. Her name was Brittany Noble Jones, and she was working at WJTV, and she was told that her straight hair was the way to go. So basically she was fired because she wanted to just wear her natural hair. And I wanted to just bring light to that story just a little bit, because so often black women in the black community are always being made to be put in some box that everybody else has to sit in. And I don't think that's fair to assume that my natural hair isn't okay hair. So I want to send my love to Brittany Jones right now. Brittany Noble Jones. Shout out to her for still wearing your natural hair despite people opposing our natural hair. If people could just love black people like they love our culture, the world would be a better place. Like if you could love me like you love my music, or love my locks like you love them when you try to wear them, or love my style, or love my food. If you could just love me like y'all love all that shit right there, the world would be a better place. So shout out to Brittany for wearing her straight hair, for not being her hair. Who said that? And did Ari said that? She not her hair? Shout out to Brittany for not being her hair. And then Kush, did you hear about Taraji P. Henson?
Yes.
Yes. So if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, Taraji P. Henson is being honored with her own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So what?
I love her.
I love me some Taraji. Oh, Project DC made it out the hood. Went to California with $600 and a baby on a hip, and became a global success.
But I still don't watch Empire.
Why not?
Because I like Power.
Why you can't watch both?
Black folk. Personal reasons for Empire. I don't want to say on the air.
Okay.
Right. I don't like to see men kissing.
I think that, well, I think that is actually something you should stay on the air, because that's controversial. We do controversial.
I just don't. I mean, to each his own, but I don't want to see two men kissing in a relationship and all that. Like, that's just me, though.
So here's the thing, but I believe with the way
great show though.
With the way the world is going, I think it's only going to be a matter of time before Power incorporates that into the show. And the reason why I say that is that the world is changing. How people view television is changing. What I mean by that is, I can remember a time when there was no homosexuality on TV.
And that's
like
it was
taboo. But not just homosexuality, because not even narrow it down to a group of people. But I mean, it was like, it was certain stuff was just for cable TV.
Right. You know what my favorite show was on HBO?
What?
Real Sex.
Of course. Bye, Ian. No. All I'm saying is
that was the best HBO.
Of course it was. Everybody started off on Real Sex. But no, what I'm saying is that we just live in a day and age where I think that society is trying to push an open agenda on the world, and so that people are becoming more comfortable with relationships of different backgrounds. I'm LGBT friendly, so I don't care either way, but I do think that what is being shown on TV overall, not just with one group of people, is just way too much for children.
Yes.
So that is my stance. I do agree with Kush on that, but overall, I mean, I don't care about no nigga kissing no another nigga, as long as my nigga ain't kissing no nigga. Kiss on, my brother, kiss on.
He might be though.
Kush, you always gotta go far. Nah.
I'm just saying.
Next topic, Kush.
The amount of real people they think I love nowadays, you know.
Next topic.
This day and age we were just talking about.
You right, but alright. So if you my dude, if you on the roster, can you come forward right now?
If you on the roster,
let you know right now.
Can you please
get it out the way?
If you on the roster, can you come forward right now so I can know what's going on?
That's right. Give you an option,
please, because I don't want no pots. Not that I think anything is wrong with it, because I think that you are entitled to do whatever you want to do in your bedroom. However, I don't want no pots. Okay.
Do you?
I don't want no parts. All right. And so my last story of the night is about the Flint water crisis. So, yeah, I know I talk a lot about Flint water crisis. Right. So Flint still does not have clean water, y'all. Flint, Michigan is still walking around here with water that is not sanitary to drink. And it just happens to affect communities that are of urban culture. Basically what that means is that black folk. And so, but 15 people have been charged in this Flint water crisis. So they have been brought up on charges about that. And so hopefully we can still get Flint water, some clean water over there, and get these people who are responsible for that. That is just a health crisis in general. It always amazes me once again how when you get into these urban communities, how no one cares. Like, we're not people. And so that's detrimental. And aside from that, shout out to Lance Cooper. I've talked to him.
Street Media.
Okay, yeah, I've talked to Lance before. I love him. Look, and I don't even know Lance personally, but here's what I do know. Lance has raised over $100,000.
It's still going. This is his second time actually raising money for Flint.
Shout out to Kush for knowing stuff.
I mean, that's my dude. We used to rap together. Stuff. And with Lance Cooper, y'all make sure y'all follow him on everything: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can catch him at 804 Street Media. This is his last year. He went out to Flint with a U-Haul full of water.
Wow. See, I knew nothing about that.
Out. And now then, he said, you know what, we got to get it straight out there. So that's when we started to GoFundMe. He's over $100K. Over
$100,000.
That, with the Flint thing, the GoFundMe, we had $100,000, but somebody put up a GoFundMe for the wall, and it's $11 billion.
Of course. Well,
it's crazy.
The wall doesn't affect black folk. So once again,
but it affects people of color.
But that black folk. Because
Mexicans are black.
They are. I agree. We are brown. I call them brown. But what I'm saying is that it doesn't directly affect them. Because see, like Dr. Z said, walls are built to keep people out or keep them in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all must see, if y'all listened to the last episode, if y'all missed it, go back and check it out. But so it's not gonna compete because no one cares about us but us. So. Shout out to Lance Cooper for that. That is so dope. $100,000. Shout out to you for that. Keep pushing. And if y'all want to donate to that foundation, I will have that information when we come back for the break. Okay. Now I think DJ Cool Mix is gonna step into the booth with me tonight. Okay, so we're gonna be here, my little albino brother. Look, we're gonna be here. We're gonna show. I'm here with all men tonight. So look, this is 101.1 the fam. Fashion art and fashion art and music. I'm Jewel Princess Johnson.
Fashion art and music.
I'm gonna do all the most, and I'll be right back.
Shit.
Welcome back to 101.1 the fam, fashion art and music. My name is Jewel Princess Johnson. I'm a dopest host on the East Coast. Y'all know I'm gonna do all the most. And this is Talking the Streets Entertainment, and I have some guest co-hosts in the building. Kush, you put your mic back? You done with me tonight?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, but DJ Cool Mix J is in the building with us.
What's up? What's up?
Cool Mix, how you been?
I'm good.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was great.
Just great? What you do?
I moved around
tonight.
and I put a couple mixes out on SoundCloud. Make sure y'all go,
Why you ain't send me the link in my inbox so I can know about the mix?
Well, I'll let you know on the radio right now.
I thought I was supposed to get exclusives.
Well, I got you.
Okay.
I ain't gonna leave you out that loop because
I was ready to say you gotta move accordingly from now on.
You gotta drop bombs. Boom boom.
Or something. Mm-hmm. Now Mama G, these headphones are for you if you want to listen that way because you can hear yourself through those. Let me make sure your mic is on. Alright, so y'all, we do have with us tonight. Tonight we'll be interviewing Miss Gloria H. Hawkins, or Mama G. How you doing, Mama G?
I am fabulous.
Make sure you speak directly into the mic so they can hear you. Alright, how was your weekend?
It was wonderful.
Did you have anything going on you should tell us about?
Not a whole lot this weekend. It was a little slow, quiet, time to rest.
Okay. Now, Mama G, can you tell me a little bit about what you do? And and why do we have you on tonight?
I actually do a little bit of everything.
And we want to know all about it.
I am actually Apostle Gloria Hawkins of Tell Them Evangelistic Ministries here in Richmond, Virginia. I am Mama G's of Mama G's Kitchen and Catering.
Okay.
And I serve the community. I'm also the owner of Mama G's Kids for the Kingdom, which is an in-home daycare for children, for preschool children.
Oh wow! Okay, that's amazing. I see. Look, that's information I get while we at the show, guys, because I didn't know about the last portion. So you wear a lot of hats.
Yes.
Out of all of the titles, which one is the most? I don't want to say most important, but which one do you gravitate most towards?
Mama G.
The food, because cooking is
Just being mama.
Okay, that makes sense.
It feels really natural to just be yourself, especially like cooking is like an art, just like the fam network.
I was about to say because it's the way it brings people together.
It does.
Okay. All right. So, how long have you been seriously getting into your craft? And what was your inspiration?
Mama G's got started in 2008, so I guess you could say I got serious then. I'd always done the cooking for family events and different things, so I just launched out into the deep and decided let's do this as a business.
Okay. And then for the daycare portion of it, do you have any programs set up for like single moms or moms that come from low income backgrounds or anything like that?
Yes, I work with them individually on a personal level, an individual basis.
And the reason why I asked that question is because I'm a single mom. And everybody has a daycare service. So daycare service isn't hard to find. But what is hard to find is someone who understands that single moms, their money is not as plentiful, excuse me, as someone who has 2 income households. And daycare is something that is most expensive. I know for my son is 2. Yeah. And it's like anywhere from like $135 to $200 a week.
Hundreds of dollars a week.
Yes, it is.
Excuse me. So I definitely wanted to know that if anybody was interested in that daycare service, how could they get in touch with you to learn more information?
They could go to my website, tellthemministries.com. They could also email me at glowhawkins, the number 2, at Hotmail. Or they can actually give me a call at 804-503-2780.
Okay, you dropped it down. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I got a couple questions about
Yes,
that.
Don't make something there.
So, she tried to say it a professional way. Like, these parents out here, they struggling. They're not like good kids. Like, do you have to take some of these kids over your knee to give them that mother touch they may not have?
Cool Mix always got to bring the controversy.
That is a private conversation I have with the parents.
So that's not no or yes.
Well, Cool Mix, I think it's hard. First of all, she cannot go on air saying she beat people's children. Cool Mix.
Some parents allow it.
No.
Like, beat them because you might have to.
Cool Mix. No.
I don't want to go to jail.
Exactly, and that's exactly where that's going to go, Apostle, because I'm trying to understand why he think that once you beat somebody and tell them on air that that's what you're doing with their kids, they're going to show up to your establishment.
Put me out of business.
And they're going to be like, listen, this child, it's been... Because the Bible says spare the rod, spoil the child.
I was about to say that.
Very true.
I was about to say that.
There's a lot of parents out here sparing the rod. So they walk around spoiled with no direction.
That is
so.
I
mean, besides beating them, what's the remedial?
For
steps?
Me, knowing what the spiritual side of it is, and understanding that children are a product of their environment.
They are.
I have to look at the whole scenario of the family dynamics to understand where they're coming from, what they're going through, and what they may have already seen and experienced, and deal with each child individually.
Exactly.
So, do you have any upcoming events or anything that we should know about?
Right now, I'm working with Apostle Valerie Burrell, and we're doing Hear Me Roar. Okay. We collaborated on a book by the same name. I'm also working on Unmasking the Pain of Men.
Oh, wow. So what's Hear Me Roar?
Hear Me Roar is a collaboration of kingdom women coming together to release their sound.
Oh, wow. Okay. And are they doing that? Then they're doing that through a body of work, like a book?
We do have a book, and we've been going around. We just did an event in Tappahannock on Saturday, and there are some others on the calendar for. We're going to be in Maryland in February.
Oh, they got casinos up there, Apostle. I don't. Apostle said she's not going to the casino.
It look good if you sell a book or an audio piece and then go to the casino.
I didn't say that Apostle was going to the casino. I just made reference that there were casinos there. Did I not?
You did.
That's all I said. That's it.
You know me.
All right, and then I heard you say you were doing something about healing men.
Yes.
So I have a friend named James Harris. Shout out to James Harris, who has this really dope campaign going on. That it's mental health, mental health. That's what it is. And so that's really important, I think, because a lot of our men, black men specifically, don't like to admit they're broken or have things going on. So how are you healing those men, or what do you have going on specifically with that program?
With Unmasking the Pain of Men, the word tells us that the man is the head. He was created first. But what I've found, God gave me the assignment about 3 years ago that I needed to be interceding for our men, because they are broken and they do not want to admit that they are broken and they have issues. So what I do, God has given me the grace to be able to walk with a person to their pain and walk them out, to be able to admit, hey, I got a problem, can you help me? And as long as they're honest with themselves, God already knows.
Right.
Yeah, there's some guys that don't even identify they're having pain.
Right.
Exactly.
But see, I think that has a lot to do with conditioning of our men too, because it seems like too. I just think, and I don't even think this is a black man thing, but just a man thing in general, where they are conditioned to always kind of be strong. You can't show emotions. You can't really feel. You can't whatever. So it has to be suffocating being a man, living in a world where you have to be seen as the head, as strong, as always incapable of as never being able to fail, and then something happens where you don't put out what is expected, and I can only imagine how traumatizing that would probably be as a man. And not to say women don't experience it, but there's a facade that is in place with men that is not necessarily in place with women. So shout out to my peoples who recognize it's okay to get some help. Now, do you reach out to these men individually, or is it like some one-on-one time, or how does it go? Like if any of my men wanted to reach out to you, but they didn't know how to go about it, they didn't want to be put on the spot, what's the best way to go about doing so?
They can find me on Facebook. I have a special group, Unmasking the Pain of Men, that is for men only. They can message me, use the emails that I've given to contact me directly. I do go around to different churches and men's groups to be able to say, hey, look, I know you're hurting. You know you're hurting. Let's get healed. Because if we can get the men healed, we can get the family healed.
Yeah.
Get the family restored.
Absolutely. And everything will be good. Y'all can hear graphic. What he's saying in the background is that we'll be able to get the families restored and the kids will be straight. All right, Miss Mama G, before we get you out of here, is there anything, any spill, anything you want to leave with the people? And just keep in mind that you are being listened to all over the world right now. So is there anything that God leaves in your hearts that you want to leave these people before you go tonight?
One thing I want to say is I've realized that I know there are a lot of programs out there, a lot of people out there maybe doing the same thing. But what I've found in the people I've been involved with, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, I can talk about degrees, I can talk about preaching engagements, I can talk about all of that.
Yeah.
But unless you know that I really care about the person, it doesn't matter what I know. So with reaching, I do an event at Creighton Court every year, reaching beyond the church, because I realize everybody's not going to go to a house of worship.
Right.
And you have to meet them where they are. So I reach beyond the church. That's my assignment.
Okay. All right, Mama G, one last thing before Kush screams me or cuts my mic off. If somebody's trying to reach out to you on social media, how do they go about doing so?
They can reach me on Facebook at Gloria Hawkins, Tell Them Ministries, and Unmasking the Pain, all on Facebook. They can reach me through my website, tellthemministries.com. I am on Instagram as the Preaching Lady.
Okay. I love it.
And like I said, there are numbers on the website where they can reach out to me. And if anybody has a prayer request, they can leave it there as well.
Nice.
All right, thank you so much, Mama G, for stopping by 101.1 The Fam. We appreciate having you. And this is 101.1 The Fam, Fashion, Art, and Media, home of the Cheryl Underwood Radio Show. My name is Jewel Princess Johnson. I'm the dopest host on the East Coast, and I have co-hosting with me tonight, DJ Cool Mix J.
That's right.
This is Talking the Streets, and we'll be right back. DJ Elon, give him some of that beat. Oh, he said it's a go. Welcome to 101.1 The Fam, Fashion, Art, and Music.
Home of the Cheryl Underwood Radio Show.
Girl, they ain't been saying that all night. I said it once.
You didn't hear me?
They heard
I don't
you.
even think they heard me. Did you think so? Because my mic just... Did y'all hear me say home of the Cheryl Underwood Radio Show?
Home of the Cheryl
it's
Underwood Radio Show.
Yeah, because it's your girl.
I
Lady
already
SheEO. Y'all miss me?
Because you was gone.
Did y'all miss me? Because I was in there.
I had to put girl Kush grabbed the mic.
Kush grabbed the mic over here.
You know he turned his back to the camera, but at the very least he came in and gave us some tea.
Well, it's me, y'all. I hope y'all miss me. I know my dopest host on the East Coast, and she do the most.
I did a little bit of the most. Not
okay,
yet. It's the next category, the category that's going to make me do the most in the taboo talk. I've been waiting the taboo talk all night.
Okay.
All right, so tell them the guests we got. Okay, well, we would like to take a moment to introduce our guests tonight. Zavi, you do the honors.
Okay, well, I will do the honors because I'm super, super excited. I love Mama G. I missed her interview. I love her to death.
Mama G said that they had good food over there and that they would come. She'll come cater for us next Tuesday at $10 a plate.
Because look, the meatballs.
I'm just saying, I'm putting that out to the staff at $10 a plate. So can we put our hands together?
Can we purchase our place now?
Can we start putting our hands together and make sure next Tuesday we
make sure every Tuesday we got food in here? What's up?
That plate over here. Y'all better get my plate.
I want to make sure extra fed.
Our next guest is none other than the legendary Ari Squires.
Yes.
Miss SheEO herself, everybody. Okay? Yeah, you got to.
That's right, because you texting over there.
Yeah, ain't it? Okay?
All right.
And so we have her here tonight. We welcome her. She has two special guests here that she's going to tell you guys about because she got some dope information, some exclusive things happening. And I'm going to let her do the honors on that. But before we get there, we're going to tap into this taboo talk.
Right. And so I do want her to introduce her guests because I would like them to get in on the taboo talk. So Miss Squire, is it okay if I call you Ari?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, who do you have with you tonight?
Well, we have Sherry Johnson. She is one of
you a Johnson, girl, we family. Yes, ma'am. We family.
And she's local here from the Fredericksburg, Richmond area.
Okay.
And she's one of the stories that we're sharing in our film, No More Chains 2. And we have Edward Mosley Jr., who's also one of the featured authors in the film as well. So
that's dope. That's dope.
All right, y'all. So we're going to get right into this taboo talk. Welcome to our show, Talk on the Street, y'all. I hope y'all have a good time. Y'all be talking on the streets. So, taboo talk. Tonight's topic is relationships 101. So I have two topics for y'all, two questions for you guys. The first question is there a difference between an affair and a one-night stand? And I want to pose that question out, and I want to start with Lady SheEO, Zavi.
Why you got to start over here for?
Because you to my right, and the right is always right.
Oh, you better know it's right. Is there a difference between an affair and a one-night stand?
Uh-huh. And I would actually like to add a follow-up to that question. Let me put my cup down.
Because what is it?
Let me put my cup down. And your partner, your significant other, can you come back? I do. I have to. Can you come back from and or an affair and or a one-night stand?
Can you come back from with your partner?
With you. Like, is that acceptable? Not acceptable. I don't want to use the term acceptable. But in your relationship. All right, so the first question is there a difference between a one-night stand and an affair? That's the first question I want you to answer.
Okay.
And the second question, in your relationship, if you found out your man had the one-night stand and or the affair, can you come back from it?
So I'm going to start with the first one.
All right, go ahead.
The one-night stand is an affair.
It is. Exactly. I agree.
So for me, it's like you doing both. You cheating. Okay.
Cheating twice.
You cheating, right. You cheating.
Two square.
Right. Now, can I come back from it? Now, that is situational. I'm going to be totally honest with you. It's totally situational.
Tag me in.
I don't even know. And the reason why, I'm going to tell you partly the reason why it's situational, because if I kill you, then we won't even have to
figure it out. If
we ain't got to worry about it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And so the other option, the alternative to that is maybe it could be something possibly, I don't know, kind of, sort of, we can talk about maybe. Considering the factors around. You see, I'm putting all these words together because I really don't. Considering the factors around what happened, had happened. Princess, don't come up. Here she comes.
I'm coming. With the whatever. Be careful about people in the background. They anti-camera. So just make sure they are not in those cams. Okay. You want my response?
Kind of, sort of.
There's no difference between an affair and a one night stand.
It ain't.
There's no difference. However, look, and I want to, because there's sisters in this room, so don't y'all start squinting y'all faces at me or looking crazy for my next stand.
I mean, we got.
So y'all asking me about me and my man. Okay, I can come back from a one night stand, but I absolutely cannot come back from an affair. So here goes here's me to elaborate that a little bit. Listen, when you are unwed before you have sex with somebody, you understand that other sex feels good because you've had it before. So I can understand how you can get drunk, you can have a situation happen, you could accidentally slip and mess up, and as my husband, you are responsible for telling me because we took a vow through sickness and health till death do us part. And so because we took that vow, if you're man enough to come tell me that you did it, I'm woman enough to be open-minded enough to see and if you could not be stupid twice.
Right.
However, those affairs is what I do not come back from. Because
you put Sam in it.
Yeah, you took the time to wake up to hey beautiful somebody, to make another woman feel good. And so because you did that, I'm not interested in rekindling with you. You need to take that to whoever that woman was that sways you away and make whatever that was work out. My father told me that when somebody stopped wanting me, learn to stop wanting them too.
Right.
And so you don't get to not want me and then not tell me you don't want me, then take your ass, excuse my language, to somebody else and still don't clue me in. And then think our relationship is going to survive. It ain't.
And then you say a husband. See, you trying to get him killed all that. Because I won't even think about husband. I can't think about the husband part. But what you think?
Before they break. I was ready to say before Ari tell us how I answer. Is that both the affair and the one night stand?
Both of them. Because either way you look at it, it was a motherfucking decision.
Yeah. Yes, for the decision.
Whether it was, just one time, you still decided.
Yes. All right.
Whether it's an affair, you still decided.
No, hold your stance. We gonna open right back up with this type of talk. We gotta pay some bills, y'all. Y'all already know how it go. But we gonna come right back and then we'll get into y'all interview because I still want to hear what these guys have to say. Okay, this is 101.1 The Fam.
Fashion, art, music, home of the Cheryl Underwood radio show, baby.
Y'all know.
Talk of the streets.
We be right back. Hey, this 101.1 The Fam, fashion, art, and music.
Home of the Cheryl Underwood radio show.
My name is Jewel Princess Johnson. I'm the dopest host, and I'm gonna do all the most.
Okay, and I'm Lady CEO. Zavidi is what they call me.
And y'all know what this is. This is
Talk of the Streets.
Talk of the Streets, baby. And we have with us in the studio the beautiful Miss Ari Squires.
That's right.
Okay, well, all right. All right, thank you so much for joining us. And you have with us guests Edward Mosley, and then we have Miss Cheryl Johnson, right?
That's right.
Did I say it wrong? Sherry. I wrote Sherry on my paper, Miss Sherry.
And she ain't even reading it.
I did, right? That's what be happening. That's what be happening when I'm in my events. I'm always trying to go off the memory. That's what people name. Miss Sherry Johnson in the building, y'all. Now, before we went to commercial, we were talking about was a one-night stand and affair considered the same thing, or is there a difference? And then I add a part 2 to that question, which was if your spouse or significant other had a one-night stand and or an affair, could your relationship survive it? I'm going to pass it to you. And we'll get the mic.
Keep running from the mic.
Is there a difference between a one-night stand and an affair?
I think there is a difference. I think there is a difference between it because I think it's the attachment.
I agree.
In an affair, you have attached to that person. You are emotionally... It's something about that person you like that you want to keep going back and back and back and back.
Right.
A one night stand.
I'm sorry, I lied. I still disagree with you.
A one night stand
I'm still with Ari on this.
is there's no attachment. I'm gonna hit it and I'm gone.
And never to be answered again.
There's no attachment to that person.
Are you married?
Not yet.
Are you engaged?
Not yet.
Okay. Come on, call it, brother.
I'm a widow.
I apologize.
Oh no, I'm cool.
Yeah, you threw that. I was going to say call it, brother. Okay, not yet. Because you said yet. So
because I've been there and done all of that.
Okay.
Right.
So if your wife had a one-night stand or an affair, does your relationship survive it? Either or?
It would depend on how cruddy I've been.
It depends. Make sure you're talking to the mic.
It would depend on how cruddy I have been.
What if you had been?
If I was the perfect guy and I put everything in that relationship.
It depends on how cruddy he
I mean, at least you give him 100.
You can talk. You know,
hold him off.
That's not what you do, girl. Jump in there.
That's 100.
I wish y'all can see. That's why these live videos are important.
You want her to come to you and talk to you because the thing the thing that I have in my relationship is if we ever feel that need to want to step out, because of course I'm sure I have. So why wouldn't I come to him? That's our promise to each other before I even did that.
Yes,
because you bring another soul. You bring
I get all of that. But my whole point was
he don't care about the affair. It depends on the type of husband.
No, I didn't say that.
You did.
No, I didn't. My stance was if the affair happened or the one night stand happened, and if I had gave everything in my relationship and that my lady stepped out, then that's not right. But if I had been in the streets, because I think if somebody does something wrong,
I need you to not passively aggressively answer this question, Edward. What I'm asking you is, if you are an alright guy, because I don't think that whether or not you should leave your wife is contingent upon
situational. Damn it.
Yep. I want him to
answer it the way you answer it. There ain't no right way or wrong way to answer it.
His wife has an affair. And he was just a good guy, his regular husband. Is he leaving? And that's messed up because it's a one night stand. So you leaving for the one night stand and the affair.
I think they're both
it's contingent upon how you would do it.
I think they're both wrong. But if I'm living right, if I'm doing right, and then I have an issue. But if I'm doing wrong, if I'm doing dirt, what goes around comes around.
Right.
You're gonna get it. So if that relationship is worth fighting for, then y'all gonna work it out. But if it's not
me. Go ahead.
I'm just saying.
Look, Edward, I think you thought I was judging you by your answer. I don't care nothing about these niggas. You got one time with me and we gone because I'm with Ari. You could have opened your mouth, pick up that phone. I don't even care if you was in the club and she was over there looking good like a snack and you was pissed and drunk. You supposed to have called me drunk, babe. That girl over there in the pink pants looking fine as hell. And I'm gonna say, break your dog ass home before you do something stupid. And how you lose your relationship. That's because we playing for the same team. And how could you not trust me with that type of information if I'm your wife?
I just believe in energy. I just think it just brings in a bad energy.
It do, soul time.
I agree.
Right, but I think you also, like you said, you have to have that communication.
I agree.
If you lack in that communication, then who tell them what's going to happen?
Right.
But you got to be transparent and vulnerable in your relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. Right.
Sure. Your husband. One night stand or an affair, is there a difference?
There is a difference, but when you put the twist in it or with the husband part, it's negative. There's
neither one.
Coming back, neither one.
Right.
Look, y'all,
neither one.
I am
put the twist in there.
That's right.
I hate to say, look, because I keep on going back and forth, and I just want y'all to understand that the affair. I'm against the affair. A one night stand, I'm not gonna necessarily say I cannot come back from it in my marriage because it's no attachment, it's no energy. It was it was a mess up. It was a major mess up. It was a decision, and it's a major decision that led to a major mess up. But I made a major decision when I married him. I made a major decision when I married him, and so I'm obligated to take the time to put how I feel about his mess up to the side and honor my vow.
Who I want to say what sin is worse than the other.
But regardless, something was missing. Something was missing either on the mess on
the affair.
This
misogynistic shit.
No, I'm just saying. Something's missing. Something's missing.
Ain't nothing missing. I disagree with that. Not for an affair. Not for a one night stand. I'm not going for that because you and I both know that it could be. You could have gone to the strip club with your boys.
So you have self-control.
That's what he don't see.
So you don't have self-control for one night stand.
Keep yourself.
You gotta have self-control.
I agree. But alright.
You can't take yourself into the atmosphere and think that ain't nothing gonna happen. You go in there pissy drunk and you around some butt naked women and you just think that you can't go into the devil's playground.
Y'all keep over there real good. Y'all wanna let us in on a joke?
That's because they on my stuff too. They feel how he feels.
Me a text.
Okay, well,
yeah, let's get on to
That's a good question.
Yeah, y'all go to Talking the Streetz Entertainment with a Z. Talking the Streetz Entertainment with a Z on Facebook, and let us know how you feel about that.
And don't forget, call in. Don't forget, again, the question is there a difference between a one-night stand and an affair? Yes. And if it was your husband and or wife, is it cool for you? Cool mix. What you got to say? You got. Is it cool for you to have?
It's a difference. It's a difference.
It's a cool mix. It's a difference between a one-night stand and an affair.
Well, he know that. Look.
Hold on, yeah, cool mix.
They don't know.
Let me see this thing.
There's a difference.
I'm gonna explain this real quick, right?
You finna go there.
The difference is, if I go to the club and I have a good time, go ahead. And I go to the club, have a good time, right? And I take a John home and I smash. That's a one-night stand.
I agree with you on that.
Right?
I agree with you on that.
Cheating is, I'm sick of your.
Whoa! It's not a cheat. Wait. We said the fair one night stand. You threw cheating in there.
Affair's the same as cheating.
It is, okay. And so is that one night stand.
That's just a formal word versus a ghetto word. What is you saying?
He
he must be single because he said he's going to take her back to his spot. So he's single. He's not married. He said, I'm going to take her back to my spot.
I'm going to talk to her anymore.
So he's single.
Oh, okay. So if you single,
so you going to take her back to your spot?
Getting in with the pig.
Hotel.
She gonna
there you go.
As soon as you go to sleep. As soon as you go to sleep.
And
as soon as you go to sleep, she gonna steal something right out your wallet.
See, I didn't see where I was going though. That's different.
And look, we gotta go pay some bills, y'all, and then we gonna come back for real.
With Miss Ari Squires.
With Miss Ari Squires.
Give us an exclusive.
Because we love exclusives on Talking the Streetz.
Going on here. All right.
Hey, look, this is 101.1 the fan, fashion, art, and music.
Home of the Cheryl Underwood radio show.
And this is Talking the Streetz Entertainment. We be right back.
This is 101.1 the fam,
fashion, art, and music.
Home of the Cheryl Underwood radio show, everybody.
And y'all know me, I'm Jewel Princess Johnson, the dopest host on the East Coast, and y'all know I'm gonna do all the most.
Oh no. And them lady CEOs, IBD is what they call me. And if y'all remember, we got Miss Ari Squires here.
Right.
Okay. And she brought 2 members with her from her that's going to be featured in her next project coming up that she's gonna tell you a lot about. In this segment here. So, how are you, Miss Squires?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me. I love the discussion.
Oh man, it's an honor. It's an honor. Thank you for coming out. So, I want you to tell the people who you are and what it is that you do.
Okay, absolutely. Well, my name is Ari Squires, as you said. And
make sure you're talking to the mic, Squires.
Okay, got it. I got to push up to the table.
A little different on radio. You got to speak right into the mic.
I have a very, very soft voice, but I still speak very loud about what my passion is.
That's right.
Mission,
right.
And that's helping women and men overcome the trauma that we've been through that we don't talk about, the things that kind of hold us back, those stories that those things that happen to us, and these stories that we keep telling ourselves, so where we don't move forward and push forward. So this film that we're here to talk about is my second documentary called No More Chains. It's Time for Change. And so we're sharing multiple stories of different people who have gone through different things and what they had to do to overcome them, but we're digging deeper. We're opening up discussions that us as black people are not having about generational curses.
Yes.
You know, those things that happened to us, 400, 500 years ago.
Right.
And why certain things are in our DNA that's causing us to act certain ways. And then plus a lot of just other things as well that I'll let them share their own little personal stories so you can hear how deep it is. But just opening up discussions that we're not having, that we're kind of pulling the rug over and, pushing off to the side and not really diving deep into.
That's dope. That's dope. So when is it due to air?
Well, the first red carpet screening will be this Sunday. It'll be in Fredericksburg, Virginia. At the
Is it open screening?
I was about to say, how do we get tickets to this event?
You can go to No More Chains Film 2, the number 2.com. And yes, it's almost sold out.
Okay.
We're going to have celebrity guests there. I don't know if you know Darrin Henson, who is a part of this amazing film. He's sharing his story, and he's also providing great wisdom on just us as spiritual beings. I also have Isaiah Washington, actor, you know, Grey's Anatomy, a lot of Spike Lee films. He's also a part of it. So we have some amazing people coming out to celebrate with us and see this amazing film.
So does 101.1 The Fam get tickets to this event, or what's going on with that?
You guys can come do some media.
Okay, yeah, that's what we saying. That's what we asking. How can we get in so we can pop up on this event?
Show you off. We like to show people off.
We do.
We like to show people off. So you're from Fredericksburg, Virginia.
I'm not from there, but I mean, I might as well be. I have been there for about 19 years now. Okay. I'm originally from Sacramento, California.
Okay, awesome talk.
I love Cali.
Yes.
West Coast is a totally different vibe.
It's
just a totally different vibe over on the West Coast. I love it over there. So how did you get into this? You woke up one day with a passion and you was like, hey, I have a dream.
Well, what really happened was my past was very traumatic. You know, when I was in Sacramento, California, I was involved in gangs. I have been arrested several times, in and out of jail. I just made a lot of bad decisions, even though I was raised in the suburbs with a mom who was very successful. And I just made a lot of bad decisions. And so that last time that I was incarcerated, I was in jail, and I just was laying there like, one day, this is not my life. I gotta change my life. I gotta change this. And I said that I wanted to be an inspiration. I wanted to create something visual for people to see, something where they can, you know, see something, somebody come from something negative into something positive. And even though I didn't know what my story would be, that was over 20 years ago. I knew that I wanted to be an inspiration. And so I left there, found my husband, and we left. And I went to Howard University, made
Howard
film production. Yes.
HBCU.
Yes, HU all the way. And I just finally, after a while, I don't know, it's just, you know, you have something sitting on your heart that you want to do.
Yeah, like a burning desire.
Yeah, and I finally did it, and it's just been amazing since then.
Oh wow, okay. So out of all of the projects that you have going on, which one pulls on your heartstrings the most?
I have to say this one, because outside of this, I am a business coach. I've been an entrepreneur for over 20 years.
She loves you.
Yes, I do. And I hate to say it, but I'm a different type of business coach, because my experience comes from real experience, not from theory. And so I just want us as Black people to win. Because we missed out so much on the knowledge, on the information. We don't share knowledge freely with each other enough. And so I want us to win. I want us to just break these financial curses.
That's right.
I hate when I hear Black people say, I ain't got it. I want to erase that from our vocabulary. Right. And so, but in that, I love that, because I'm helping build wealth in our community. But this is my baby, because I'm so passionate about us winning.
Right.
And that's overcoming, you know, that stuff.
Right.
You know, we gotta dig deep, and we gotta, you know, get past all of that if we really want to achieve our dreams and live in peace and freedom and happiness. So this is my baby right here.
So let me ask you this. I attended one of her workshops, business empowerment workshops, and you spoke about having a dance team before. How did that come about?
Wow. How do I make a long story short?
Okay.
I've just always been I'm a hustler, right? Yeah, so I have this mindset of I can make my own money. I don't have to get it from anybody else. I'm going to make my money no matter what. And so I just saw an opportunity for something that was needed in my community in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
That's right.
And they were thirsty for a dance studio, a Black-owned dance studio, where Black girls can come and be around each other and, you know, just be in a place of positivity. And so I just created it, and it just, 10 years, just did its thing.
For the creation.
Any event hosts to come out and host any of those events?
Well, I closed my dance school in 2013. Yeah, because it was my I know. And I miss it, because I miss the girls. Oh, I miss those girls.
Wow, you can't give them something they need and then take it from them. But
I still have my own. I have a program called Elevate Her, where I mentor girls, and I have a little team, a little crew that I work with.
That's
and just mentor them, and a lot of them are just killing it right now.
Right.
We do got to go to commercial, but before we do want to get into your guests too.
Yes, I introduce them so you can hear their stories.
So Edward Mosley Jr., welcome to Talk of the Streets. So I know you joined in to do this project and tell us your story. What's a little bit about your story? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, and what did you have to offer to this project?
Yeah, so my part of the story is, so I'm from Dallas, Texas, and you know,
The boot. That ain't the boot.
That's
What's
okay.
Texas?
That's DC, Dallas Cowboys. American
No, not at all.
Anyway.
Not at all.
Yeah,
That's Louisiana. Let's, hold on. Let's come in on a positive.
Louisiana is the boot. Shout out to Louisiana. Everything's
Great day.
big in Texas. Shout out to big things in Texas. Don't be in the studio tonight. Go ahead, Edward.
So my story is so I was married. My wife was diagnosed with cancer. So she passed away. My mother-in-law passed away, and my wife passed away within 6 months of each other.
Oh, wow.
So coming from a man's perspective, raising 3 kids, a whole host of just chaos. You know,
That's right. Right.
two girls and a boy dealing with all those issues. You know, from a man's perspective, I didn't stop. I didn't let those things just take me out of the game.
Right.
And so that's what I bring. My story is called A Broken Man, and that's what I'm bringing from a male's perspective on we need more men to be head of our households. We need more men to be in front. We need more men to be vocal. We need more men to do all those things. And so I bring that to this project. That's my piece, you know, what I bring.
You said a broken man. Are you still broken?
Not anymore.
Okay.
That's right, in the name. Yeah. Okay, in the name of Jesus.
All right, and Sherry, that's it right?
Yes, you said it right.
Come on, God, working with me. And yeah, Miss Sherry Johnson, welcome to Talking the Streets. Thank you so much for coming and blessing us with your presence. And so, what's your story, and what did you have to offer to this project?
I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. And
I was ready to say the boot.
And my chapter is entitled "A Product of the Projects."
Okay.
My mother was raised in the projects. I was raised in the projects, and then I became a teenage parent, and I didn't want to raise my son in the projects. So I joined the military, and now I'm in law enforcement today.
Oh wow!
But so I'm letting the kids know you may be from the projects, you may be from poverty, you may come from abuse, you may come from a bad environment, but you can change your situation. Absolutely. Once you just gotta say, because the youth today, they can't control their situation, like where they live, how their parents live, their environment, but they can control their responses to it.
Absolutely.
So I'm just trying to be an example, not only for my kids, but for the youth today. And why not now? Because the youth have so much stuff going on. They need some positive examples.
Yeah, they do.
They need some guidance. They need some options.
Right.
Because sometimes they feel like, it's just me, I'm the only one going through this. But once you can relate to them and say, look at me, do I look like I'm from the projects? I'm from the same place you're from. I've been some of the same things you've been. I've been abused, I've been hungry, I've been, you know, in some bad situations. So it's like, I can relate, but look what I did. Right. And you can do it too. I'm no different than you. So.
Yeah, showing them the possibilities, and that's so important when it comes to our youth, especially the disadvantaged youth, because a lot of them have never even been out there.
That's right. I was actually about to go there. So I grew up in Fredericksburg Court projects, and I wouldn't even necessarily say it was a generational thing, because I don't think that my moms or them did. But we grew up in Church Hill. But I definitely know that one of the reasons why I went to college is because when I was like 8 or 9, my grandma took me to Hampton University. And I knew that going to that university was better than the situation I was in. And so it created a conditioning in me earlier that I wanted to go to escape the world that I was in, because if you can't see anything outside of those project bricks, then you can't be anything but the bricks.
That's right.
And so I commend you all for what you're doing, especially with your story. And not saying that yours isn't influential, because I'm sure there's plenty of men that have experienced the same dynamic.
Shout out to Graphic.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
These men are stepping up and proving that our black men do take care of their damn kids.
That's right.
You did.
But your story affects me personally, and I wasn't a teenage mom, but every woman in my family was, which is why I shied away from it. But I am a single mom, like most of the women in my family was. So it's kind of one of those things where, like, I can see those generational curses. We definitely need programs in places to protect our kids if they're undeveloped or they lack in areas where we have the knowledge.
That's right.
I'm here for this.
And then it doesn't even have to be from bad areas.
Right.
You know, because you'll see in the film other stories about people who just generational curses of anger.
Yeah.
Of not forgiving.
Abuse.
That's right. Abuse. in affluent homes. It's everybody, even though, in my opinion, these are black stories, in my opinion, because I like to look out for us first. I'm not anti-anybody.
I'm not pro. What she say? She must have heard my poem. Did she hear that?
Did you hear it? I am not anti, but she ain't heard it.
She didn't know.
But she quoted it.
You did. Because I am not anti-white. I'm just really, really, really pro-black. I thought she heard my poem right here. She was going.
Right, but the stories are universal. Anybody can relate. Anybody can relate to them.
Well, I hope y'all stay with us throughout the end of the show. We got one more relationship talk, but we need some more information about what you guys are doing. And we only got 15 minutes left, so. But we got to pay some bills, so we got to play some music. So this is 101.1 The Fan, Fashion, Art, and Music.
Home of the Cheryl Underwood Radio Show.
And y'all know me, I'm Jewel Princess Johnson, the dopest host.
On the East Coast, she do all the most.
All of that.
I finished it. And I'm like the CEO of Diabetes, what they call me. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. Let's talk to the streets, baby.
And I'm like the CEO. And y'all know what they call me.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
I'll be knowing what they call you. We tell them what it is.
They know. Y'all should know. I'm Zaga D.
And this is Talk of the Streets. Great day.
Okay.
And we in here tonight with Miss Ari Squires.
And what we talking about?
Well, can I tell them the rest of the people in here, or we gonna just act like they're not here?
Okay.
Okay. So Ari Squires in here. Edward Mose Jr. is in here, and then Sherry Johnson.
I was about to say, if you mess up Miss Sherry,
I do it too, and I feel so
want to call her Cherie.
Looking right at
I want to call her Cherie, but it's Sherry, and she's Johnson.
That's right.
Put a wee.
That's a good wee.
He had to put you right on out there, huh?
Johnson. She claimed that to be my cousin.
Right. Because Johnson means John's son. Those are slave names. That's how I got it. So if your last name is Johnson, you were probably the white owner's John's property. John's son.
Talk that talk, man.
My heritage.
Talk that talk. Talk that talk. Talk that. That's the real talk when you get
it. And how we cut some kin. So we some kin.
The real shit.
Because we cousins because we was John and them somewhere on the plantation.
Keep going, sis.
That's all.
Keep going. Keep going.
Don't you ask her on?
Keep going. No, keep going. That's what they need to hear.
Anybody who last name Johnson, shout out to you. Follow me on social media, KOKAYENA, because we cousins. Hey, cousin. Hey. Okay. Just slide right in my DM and be like, cousin. I'm be like, cousin.
They go, that was Poetic Justice.
That was on Poetic Justice.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna get back into this number too. Tell us a little bit more about the inspiration. I know we heard from Mr. Edward and Miss Cherie here, but tell us about the inspiration and what we can expect. Who is this film for?
Yeah. You know what? That's a good question. And this film is for, wow, that's a very good question. I think it's for families. I'm inviting people to come out and bring their family because younger kids need to hear this, and not by themselves. Because after the film, you're going to want to talk about the topics and the things in the film. And that's why after each screening, we're doing a discussion because it's going to leave you with this energy of wanting to release something yourself. Because you know how it is when you hear somebody else's story, you see parts of yourself in it. Right. And then we're really diving deep. Like the first film was great, the first series was great, but I felt like we just scratched the surface a little bit on the problem. Right. This film, we're actually really just putting it out there to be discussed. So it's for families, for families of all nationalities. So again, the inspiration really just came from my own story. You know, I had wrote a book. So I'm also a speaker, so I speak without releasing chains, so that we can have financial freedom and peace and abundance.
Okay, and for peace and abundance.
Yes. And so in order to do that, we have to release those chains in our mind. So that's where that's where it came from. And so this film actually came from a book. As you heard Sherry say, they're authors, so they all shared their stories in a book first, and we took those stories and created narrations and dramatizations and discussions and things like that. So it's not just you hearing people being interviewed and then you cut to the next person. It's very engaging, very, very deep, very spiritual as well.
Where can I find the book?
The book is on Amazon. You can go to anywhere. Get in contact with any of the authors here. BarnesandNobles.com. Just do NoMoreChains2.com and you'll see it online.
If anybody was interested in getting in on the product, like they wanted to share their story on the project, not product.
Yes, because we will be doing that.
Yeah, if they wanted to share their story, how could they link with you so that they can be an inspiration as well? And can they go about it so I don't know where this came from. It was dropped in my spirit, so I'm gonna put it out there. Is there any way that you can open a platform so that people can anonymously share their story?
Yes, we can.
That's interesting.
I don't know. Yeah, that was just dropped on me just now. So
yeah, because someone did say, "Oh, I don't know, that's too deep."
Yeah.
You know, when they heard about the project and they wanted to be in it, and they watched the video that I have about being in it, it's like, that's too deep. I don't know if I could just.
I don't know, girl. I don't know. I heard something else. I'm gonna say it again. I don't know. Last thing, create the very same thing you're doing, but do an anonymous version.
Yeah, I was speaking with someone. I said everyone may not be as bold as to share their story like we are.
But that's the point, though.
To the world, but share it. But you have to share it, though.
Yeah.
You may not be ready to share it to the world, but share your story. Because you have to release the change. You got to break that.
I think that's why the anonymous.
Everybody
not sharing it anonymously. You're not freeing yourself. You're still hiding behind your story. And I was gonna say shit. You're still hiding behind. I know, but I have a very filthy mouth. But you know, I agree. I know what you're saying, but that's not the point of releasing your chains. It's like we have to release it because I lived like that in shame. When I came out here and opened my dance school and had a nonprofit organization mentoring young girls, nobody knew my story. And so I wasn't myself. And so what happened was I was attracting mess. But once I released it and got it off me and put it out there for the world to see, I released it and I made room for more. I started attracting things that were for me.
I can see that. I'm at a disagreement with that though, because I don't believe whether it's anonymously released or publicly released, I still think it's a release. I don't think that I have to stamp my name on something to be freed from it because I don't want to attach it.
That's why we have therapists.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's how I was freed. Okay, because while I didn't,
I'm all about
come on, right? Because while everybody doesn't know my individual story, and I'll give you pieces of me in these segments. I'm not about to stand on radio and tell people how I was molested from the time I was 5 up until I was 16. That's a bit much because now everybody in my inbox asking me, am I okay about something that I've already been delivered from. But I am willing to anonymously share my story to somebody who's willing to hear it because it'll give them the power to tell their story.
But to answer your question, they can contact me anywhere. Ari Squires Speaks. Again, go to NoMoreChainsFilm2.com. They can contact me because we are starting right now as we speak to working on No More Chains 3 as well.
And then what about you, Miss Sheree? That's Sheree. Sherry. Damn it. Darn it. Sherry. I'm sorry. How can they find you, cousin?
Kinfolk, come on, Kinfolk.
I'm sorry, Kinfolk, you're right. Sherry, how can they find you or find your information? How can they find the book that you wrote? Plug yourself, girl. Tell them how they can get in touch with you.
I am on Facebook, Sherry L. Johnson. I'm also on Instagram, sherry.author. Okay. And you can get my book from my website at www.jadasprince.com, or you can just email me.
Okay. And then Edward Mosley Jr., plug yourself. How can they find you or get in touch with you about any information about you, your story, or that book?
You can get in touch with me on any of the social medias at Limitless Bounds. At Limitless Bounds on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook is either at Limitless Bounds or Edward E. Mosley Jr. or my website is www.limitlessbounds.com.
All right.
My books and everything on there.
And thank y'all so much for coming. It was an honor to have y'all here.
Thank you for having us.
Y'all know me. Y'all can find me on social media at KOKAYEENA. That's cocaine. And then Zabi, how can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at LadyCEO_Zabi. That's XABE. Or you can find me on Facebook at Darrin Henson. It's spelled. Listen, I'm one of few Zabiers. You can find me, Lady CEO.
All right, y'all. And look, we got DJ Elon in the building. Cool Mix. Thank you so much for coming through and sharing the platform with me at the beginning of the show. Graphic. Thank you for giving us your videography. Kush. Thank you for being the best engineer in Richmond, in the world.
Okay.
Okay, DJ Ian.
And make sure y'all stay connected for that No Change too, everybody. And search Miss Ari Squires on Facebook.
All right, y'all. This is the 101.1 The Fan Fashion, all that music. Home of the Cheryl Underwood Show. I'm Jewel Princess Johnson.